Hey there, this is Maurice, aka Modog140 at HeadFi, and we're just going to go through the Questyle QP1R and the settings. So let's open it up. Okay, you can push the power button a couple seconds, then it's going to start up. It gives you that vibrating tactile feedback. So it's going to take a few seconds to load everything up. Alright, so one thing I like is the volume. For every step it goes down and you hear and feel that tactile feedback, which is pretty cool. See that as you turn it? And then you could turn this all the way up to 60 if you want, but it's exceedingly loud for, IEMs, and very, very loud for headphones too. So you want to just keep it at probably like 42 tops for headphones on high gain, and then probably like 20-ish, maybe a little bit less for, IEMs. So you can push the home button here, and then you'll go and you'll see this list now playing, which shows what you're playing, Then there's your favorites, so you're able to set favorites. And then you could also scroll down to play by category 2, which shows songs, album, artists, genre, playlist. Then you could push this button here to go back. And then you can push, scroll down to browse files, click that, and then you could either pick in internal storage. So the QP1R has 32 gigs of storage, right? So you can actually place songs into the internal storage if you so please. And then there's a TF card 1 and TF card 2. So this is the TF card 1 and then 2. Here's the charging port, right? It takes a micro USB charge and sync cable. Okay, so if you just plug in a charge cable, it's just gonna charge, but it won't be able to sync to your computer. So you have to make sure that you purchase a charge and sync cable. So yeah, so the slots here takes micro SDXC cards, currently up to 128 gigs. So I have a SanDisk micro SDXC 128 gig in here. So that's doing the business. So you can push the center button here to access your files that are in the card here. So I just have a bunch of stuff on here. I've got from Daft Punk, I got, Dana Crawl, got some Dr. Dre, some Foo Fighters, Incubus, some Kendrick Lamar, some Kid Ink, some Linkin Park, just a bunch of artists here that are there. And then every album, everything I click to is actually a folder. So it's a folder that I made called Questyle Music, or like a folder that I made that says R&B 100 hits, right? So and then I could push back to go back, and then I can push these right and left buttons here to actually move up and down. Okay, but if I have the option enabled to do the flip function, as soon as I go to the list here, if I push right or left, it acts as a page up, page down. So that makes scrolling up and down a lot easier as well. So that's kind of cool. So see that I could scroll here, which might take some time, but I can very quickly push right or left and just do a page up, page down. See that? Pretty sick. So after that, I could go to play settings here, and then there's play mode, right? So you got the you have the play all, you got the play one track, you got the shuffle mode, right? And then this one, this one's kind of funny, but when you get to the last song, it's gonna like quit. Yeah. So, I I write about that more in the review. So then there's the resume mode. Actually, let me put this back because I would rather have it as play all for that album. So then there's resume mode, which is the song. There's gapless play. So I always keep that on. I like that feature. And then system settings, there's a bunch of system settings. So you could pick your language if you want. You know, you got English, you got Chinese, Korean, French, um, German, Spanish, Russian. So that's pretty cool. And then you can have your fixed volume setting. You could pick either fixed or last setting. So I just pick fixed. And then the thing that's cool is when you start this up each time, you can have a power on volume. So I just pick it at 21. You know, it's nice and safe for both in-ears and headphones, you know. So now I just go to line out volume. And then this is actually for this port here. See that? Line out. So that can hook up to your like car speakers or to your headphone amps, right? If you use those. And then here's the gain settings. So I could either pick low, medium, or high. Low and medium are fine for, you know, IEMs, and then high is great for headphones. Even harder to drive headphones can be powered by this device. So it's pretty cool. Updating the media library. So you could choose to where like it does it automatically or manually. So I just pick manually because I don't want it to update every single time, right? So I could just start it off and then it's gonna update the library, the metadata. So it's just updating. Now, I don't need to do this if I go through the browse files way, right? This is only to populate on the other ways, like song and album, stuff like that, right? So what I mean is when you go to play by category, you know, songs, album, artist, genre, playlist, all of that stuff, now it's all populated there. See that? I got all my songs there if I want, right? But typically, you know, personally, I just go through browse files and boom, it's all there. So, and I don't have to update the media or anything like that. So, and that's about it, you know. Got the headphone port, line out, the volume, which is pretty darn cool. I like this tactile feedback, pretty sweet. You got the power, you know. You got the two TF micro SDXC card slots right here on either side. This one's 1, this one's 2. You got the micro USB port there. You got the wheel. That's pretty responsive. I'll tell you, it is definitely a challenge to turn it at first because, you know, you're used to other wheels that might not turn and some that do turn. I was used to the kind that didn't turn. So this was definitely a change because the wheel actually, see that? Physically turns. See? So this wheel has actually been worked on a couple of times where the sides have been slightly raised to provide sufficient scrolling and easier scrolling. So that's about it. But what I would say is thank you for viewing this, and let's uh, let's play some Daft. So this is how fast it starts up. Boom. See that? So I go back. I can start up. Boom. I can track forward, right, and left. You know, it's pretty simple. See that? I could go back. I could go forward. And it's pretty responsive. So, and then every time you push these buttons at any time, you'll get that tactile feedback, which is pretty cool too. So that's about it. But thank you very much, and have a great day. Oh yeah, and you can check out my review on headfi.org. You could check Modawg140, MOEDAWG 140. Check my profile, and then I'll have a link to my review on this device and how it stacks up against other players. And you should definitely check out what I think about the QP1R versus the Astel and Kern 380. So check that out, alright? So have a great day and peace out. Take care.